Ms. Boebert from Colorado.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's interesting, all the funds that are needed for all these crime rehabilitation. I thought they were saying D.C. was such a safe and wonderful place, but really, I mean, Washington, D.C.'s crime rates remain significantly higher than the national average, particularly for violent and property crimes, despite recent declines, thanks to President Trump and this administration for taking action. Based on the most recent data from 2024, the latest full year figures available for 2025, the breakdown is key crime rates in D.C. versus the national average per 100,000 people in 2024. Violent crime in D.C. recorded 1,006 violent crimes per 100,000 residents compared to the U.S. average of 369. This makes D.C. violent crime rates 180% higher than the national average. There is a crime problem in Washington, D.C., and I may have time to go back to more of this. I've just like the property crime rates had 3,693 property crimes per 100,000 versus the national average of 1,758. That's 109.8% higher property crimes here in Washington, D.C. I have a Ring doorbell cam at my residence where I live when I am in Washington, D.C., where I am here more than I am home. And unlike Democrats, I have one registered residence, and that's in Colorado. I don't go all over the country saying this is my prime residence. I lease here. But on that Ring door cam, I'm set up for a 5-mile radius of my home to get notifications of what's going on around me. And all day, every day, gunshots, cars stolen, porch pirates. Folks are getting their homes broken into on a regular basis, a daily basis. I get notifications on a Ring door cam, just neighbors talking to one another. What is going on? 5, 6, 8 gunshots just went off. Does anybody know anything? High-speed car chase. Oh no, another package stolen. My car was broken into. My car was stolen. My house was broken into. All day, every day in Washington, D.C. Do you know I have the same program in my home, for my home in a radius in Colorado, and I get my cat's missing, my dog's missing. Hey, I have a bike for sale. Does anybody want it? Do you want to purchase it? We don't hear gunshots going off every single day. There is a crime problem here. And as far as having an issue, taking issue with the National Guard having a temporary presence to get your city, this city, our nation's beautiful capital, under control and safe. I didn't hear any problems from Washington, D.C. residents or my colleagues on the other side of the aisle when 20,000 National Guards came in and surrounded the Capitol building and prohibited your First Amendment rights to petition your government with your grievances. I didn't see an uprising there. We weren't happy about the fences and the hundreds of miles of barbed wire surrounding our nation's capital and armed National Guard, tens of thousands of them, keeping you out of the people's house. But now they're here to help and keep you safe, and that's somehow an issue. I'm glad that we are having this hearing today. I'm glad that we are having this markup. I'm glad that we are having this debate. Whistleblowers have even told this very committee that they have faced pressure from Metropolitan Police Department leadership to manipulate crime statistics in Washington, D.C. Well, y'all live here. We're here a lot during the year. We see it. We don't need the data. We know it's manipulated because we see everything. You can't even go into a CVS store and get a bottle of shampoo because it's locked up. We want this to be a beautiful place for people to visit. The history here in this city is incredible. Our nation's capital should be celebrated. People should want to come here and certainly feel safe. And thanks to President Trump and the legislation that we are marking up today, it can be. Mr. Chairman, I yield.